Till Bob Marley gave a credit on No Woman, No Cry to one of his friends who ran a soup kitchen, to ensure the royalty checks would keep it open. Is it still open? Had to check. Wikipedia says this, resulting in a legal battle that ended with the Marley estate being granted control of the songs. His family went after the cash. Got it closed. Sad story really. Marley had like 75 million and 20 kids by a shitload of different women when he passed. No will after a long illness. Bob was a prophet but he was also a bum. Meh, Socrates did about the same. No. Bob was a real one. Is a real one. That man's legacy will echo an eternity. He was also a piece of shit. He frequently slept with other girls, but when his wife did it once, he sent his boys to beat her. He was the man of the house, and if you crossed him, you got hurt. He didn't practice many of his own peace and love messages. He also held radio hosts at gunpoint to play his songs. Bob Ross. Well said. If we only had a few more soup kitchens, folks could get a warm meal rather than having to degrade themselves in some way just to afford one. At least, that's why I assume Smash Mouth still plays music. Holy shit. I have a friend who offers beggars food. He'll do whenever, waiting in line to go to a club and someone's walking down the line, he always offers them a meal at any walking distance restaurant they want. Honestly 90% of the time he gets told to fuck off, but I've seen him go take a homeless person out to dinner and just talk to them twice while his friends went clubbing or something. Bruh, I didn't see that one coming and it hit so hard, goddamn. Gotta keep contact tracers in business. That band had a family. Came in to learn, stayed for the burn. Walking on the Sun is one of the best jams of the 90s. God damn. Hey now, all-star. I met the singer. He's a dick. For those out of the loop, Smash Mouth performed at Sturgis Rally about a month ago and helped spread COVID across the nation. About 150 cases have been attributed to the rally, and according to cell phone data, attendees have been through 61% of all US counties. Golf clap. Hey now, Smash Mouth spreads hate and COVID, fuck them. SAVAGE. Had us in the first half. You didn't murder them, you slaughtered them. I agree with all of this. We should live in a world where there is no need for soup kitchens. The hell is wrong with you? OMG dude, just a bit ago there was a festival where Trapped and Smash Mouth played. A rich country shouldn't have to rely on privately run soup kitchens to feed the poor. I think I'm glad I never heard of them before. Somebody once told me. Joke's on you, I bet they never have to pay for soup. Hey now. Agreed, food should be free and wage labor or anything less is degrading. These guys Fred and Carl wrote a whole bunch of wild stuff about that a while back. Hey now, Smash Mouth is an all-star band. You know, you might as well be walking on the sun. This is now my favorite thing I know. Shame greed and lawyers made this not true anymore. That's capitalism for you. Forget good intentions, the grave robbers will still come. There was a lawsuit that took it away from them because people suck. This did not work out and it's far more complicated. Nas did something similar with his album Illmatic. Stillmatic. He made his daughter an executive producer so she could still receive royalties regardless of what happens to him. Edit, changed the album to the correct one. It was Stillmatic. His daughter wasn't even born when Illmatic was released. Worked out, I guess. I believe it was actually Stillmatic. Stillmatic, not Illmatic. You just reminded me that he once collaborated with Damian Marley. Smart move. Especially since Illmatic was almost definitely going to be a big thing. There's a reason so many producers hopped on that damn album. Also, for those of you who haven't heard it, but like hip hop, give it a spin. Absolutely one of the best. Lyrically, and production-wise, just track after track. It's pretty common practice. DJ Khaled did it for his son, and I think Kanye did it for his daughter North. Same with Eminem and his kids. How does wrong information get so many blind upvotes? Face with tears of joy. It was Stillmatic, not Illmatic. Parent takes care of child. Not quite the same if you ask me. I think you'll find that's actually pretty common. Sounds more like tax evasion to me. That's just good old-fashioned inheritance/nepotism. It's nice, but I don't quite get it. Vincent Ford passed away, but the soup kitchen is still getting royalties. If Bob Marley had given/deeded money/royalties instead of a credit, would it not be the same after he had passed away? Seems to me that Bob did a good thing, but he did it this way because of that Cayman music contract dispute. Maybe it's a nice story, but mainly a fuck you. The royalties would ensure a steady trickle of money as opposed to giving a lump sum and them getting greedy and self-indulgent. Are you sure he served soup? And not cornmeal porridge? Of which he'd share with you. I am so tired after work, but I want you to have your porridge. My feet are my only carriage, and so I have got to push on through and bring you your cornmeal soup. In high tides or in low tides, I'll be by your side. What's this from? Also, song name actually translates to, "No, woman, don't cry." Language was Jamaican patois. I also translate "gimme the light" to "give me the lighter." Girls dem sugar to girls there are sweet, and Dead Presidents PT2 into Money Part 2. The live version of that is one of the best songs ever. That organ player is ONFIRE. It is, and the original is relatively terrible. It's one of the few songs they used a drum machine on. Good thing most people hear the live version. I have trouble listening to Bob Marley's songs because of how depressingly sad most of them are. Buffalo Solitaire makes me cry every time I listen. I couldn't agree more. I wish I could do this for a friend. IRS easy, just make a timeless classic and give him the royalties, smiley face. I believe in you. I used to think, like a lot of people, this song is about not having a woman equals not being sad. I later returned and listened to the lyrics, and it's actually about him comforting a lady who is upset. No, woman, don't cry. David Bowie did a similar thing for Iggy Pop when he released China Girl in the 80s. Iggy had fallen on hard times, so Bowie released a cover of Iggy's song, which they co-wrote, so he would get royalties from it. Bob Marley legit changed me when I was about 14. Good or bad, he was way ahead of his time and deserved to live longer. Looking into this a bit more, Bob Marley had signed with Cayman Music, CMI, for songwriter, and Island Records for recording/publishing. So every time he recorded a song, Island would pick up royalties later and pass on some to the songwriters. Bob Marley gave songwriter credits on many of his songs to family and close friends. So Island would pay out to his friends and family instead of to CMI, which ought to have got songwriter royalties for Bob Marley. Bob died without a will, and that complicated money. CMI eventually filed a lawsuit to get the money given to friends/family, but lost as they took too much time to file suit. Lee concluded, Marley did not want his new songs to be associated with Cayman, and so, in all probability, he put them in the names of his wife, Rita, the Whalers, or other close friends to find a way around tight publishing restrictions. This spreading out of writing credits would also have allowed Marley to provide lasting help to family and close friends. Ford grew up in the same locality and would allow Marley to play in the soup kitchen premises. They were friends, spending time together in the kitchens. Ford was credited with 3 songs on Bob Marley and the Wailers' next studio album, Roastme Vibration, 1976. He is listed as the sole writer for the opening track, Positive Vibration, and for a song about radio playlists, Roots, Rock, Reggae, which became Marley's breakthrough in America. The credit for Crazy Baldhead, a blunt comment on non-Rastafarians, is shared with Rita Marley. Other Marley songs attributed to him include Inna da Red and Ya Bless, with Marley's son, Stephen. Ref. TLDR, money due to Marley. The songwriter went to CMI. Money due to anyone else as songwriter went to them. So Marley put family and friends as songwriter instead. His business was always managed with the intention of caring for his family and community. His estate continues that to this day. It's ironic they don't name the soup kitchen. As a Jamaican, I'm skeptical. I would have thought this kitchen would be more well known. No bouillon, no cry. The fact you googled it is what matters. Stay safe, friend. Malwarebytes didn't like this link. Trojan was mentioned. I know a guy who owns a small restaurant in a place in the Philippines called Dumaguete. Beautiful city. He had named the Jamaican food place after a Marley song. The family somehow found out and threatened legal action on this one dude in the middle of nowhere because his, at the time, 2-table place was named after a song. Source: I ate there, spoke to the owner and he showed me the paperwork. Edit: apparently he's doing better for himself now. New name is the Jam Rock Cafe. New location. Really nice dude runs it. I will have to find myself at his new location next time I am in that part of the world. I was told by a Jamaican friend that the song title meaning is like saying no woman, don't cry, as if telling the woman not to cry because everything will be alright. Instead it often gets misconstrued as no woman equals no crying, which makes no sense given the lyrics. What a fucking legend. Correct. This live recording was popularized by its inclusion on the Bob Marley and the Wailers' Greatest Hits album titled Legend. Didn't expect wholesome Marley blessings on this day, but I am happy to have him. Your legacy lives on, my man. Are we sure it wasn't a cornmeal porridge kitchen? Not sure, could be both. So, is it still opened? Wow, just found out. Not gonna lie, all the other top comments hit the spot. But some of these tills continue to make my day as I go through popular and hope the world is still good. I remember when we used to sit in the government yard in Trenchtown. It's sad that you have to die to become larger than life. How else? Cool. No, woman. No cry. Fun fact: the final chorus of Buffalo Soldier was ripped off from the Banana Splits chorus in the 70s. Not to shit on him for it, but I think it's hilarious when you compare them side by side. Unfortunately, you don't have to be right to win a legal battle, you just have to have more money than the other guy. This was great of him, but wasn't he also known to beat women? Also raped. People are complicated. It's not an excuse. He also wanted to bring joy and goodness to the world with his music. He also believed that the Emperor of Ethiopia is the Abrahamic God. And he also fought against corruption in Jamaica and put his life at risk to oppose it. Not everybody does only good, and sometimes people do really great and really terrible things, and when they're famous you hear about both. We can celebrate the good that the man did while acknowledging his flaws. We don't have to cancel him and erase him from history. I am on shrooms right now. What is this thread? I can only imagine, man. Buckle up. Lots of cum bottling and flat out absurdity. Enjoy your trip. Unicorns, a lot of unicorns. Unicorn face. Same guy who raped his wife, right? He rapes, but he saves. I'm glad Marley was able to make a difference in that regard, but fuck a world where exceptionally wealthy people need to engage in philanthropy just so people can eat. This is probably echoing the sentiment that Bob Marley was trying to overcome with his ability to make a difference, but the fact that there is, and has been, a system that allows this to happen, to this day, is nothing short of revolting. Which system completely eliminates homelessness and starving? Obviously it's bad that people have to live like that, and our system is pretty flawed, but your comment seems kind of disingenuous to me. You make it seem like the specific system's fault, but every single economic system from the beginning of time onward has had this issue. Maybe I'm misinterpreting your comment. Nothing short of revolting. Revolting, you say? Okay guys, a lot of you don't realize this guy beat and raped Ho's wife including other women, so just because her did one good deed her isn't a good person. I like the Fugees version. We could use more people like Bob. What? Like rapists? No we don't. Helping feed those in need corn on the cob. Well, come November you can have more Donald Trumps instead. Didn't he do this for many of the struggling people in the communities he was close to? As I recall, this is not the only song he did something like this with. He also paid for a few schools in his community and held free concerts asking for unity in the midst of political violence. They shot him in an assassination attempt and he still performed at the concert for unity. He put his money where his mouth is and truly believed in the things he sung about. The anti-soup Nazi. Like the song, but the message is bullshit. I have no woman and cry every day. I think you may be misunderstanding the lyrics. No woman, I cry. Sorry, the dude is still a cunt. Why? Man, if every artist could do this for different good causes, that would be amazingly helpful. Britney too. The soup thickens. This is rad. No woman. No cry. Remind me to listen to that song more. And that friend? Warren Buffett. Jai Hind Dusto. Jai Hind Dusto. And yet here I am, crying on my way to work. Thanks, op. Private charity, doing a better job than government welfare. Seems like the song now belongs to Cayman Music, Peer Music Verlag GmbH. So that's why soup is trending on Twitter. This Bob Marley fellow seems like a great chap. Ed Sheeran also did this with one of his friends who was struggling and the song Thinking Out Loud. Logic credited his newborn son on his song A to Z and made a bank account where the money from the song royalties, and when he turns of age he will give him the bank account. Not sure this was overall karma positive. He was amazing. That is both brilliant and beautiful. Soup kitchen. Cornmeal porridge kitchen. Prophet of Yah. So, Bob Marley gets a pass, but Chris Brown doesn't? For anyone wondering, a lot of people didn't know that there was a Bill Cosby reference in Bob Marley's song. That's badass. Marley was a real social justice warrior who generally cared about people, not like these fake celebrities we have today with their BS political agendas and their dumb vote or die t-shirts or whatever. Was it Molly's song when he gave it away, or was it Molly and the publisher? Was anyone else getting royalties when Marley gave it to the soup kitchen guy? If not, I don't see why the soup kitchen guy, or the soup kitchen's guy estate should have to give it back, unless it was expressly explained as such in Marley's will. Just wanted to thank everyone for the awards. It's very much appreciated. This is truly swell. Dude seems like a man with an crazy amount of chaotic energy, but a good egg on the whole. This is something I can see Chadwick Boseman doing. Thanks for watching. If you could like, subscribe and comment best Reddit stories for more Reddit videos.